Okay, so you're thinking about becoming a distribution center dispatcher, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's one of the...
It's one of those behind-the-scenes roles that most people don't think about,
Right.
but it's crucial for
Yeah.
pretty much everything we use and consume.
It's the invisible engine that keeps the world moving.
Right.
And you've gone deep.
Yeah.
This isn't just about what a dispatcher does.
Right.
You've also got sources on career paths, interview strategies, even how AI is changing the job hunt.
Yeah, I wanted to be prepared.
Wow.
The RoleCatcher guide seems like the holy grail, though.
It is a really good one.
They even get into AI for tailoring resumes,
Yeah.
which is kind of blowing my mind right now.
It is fascinating how technology is reshaping not just the logistics world,
Right.
but the whole job market.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Okay.
let's unpack the dispatcher role itself.
Right, back to basics.
Yeah.
So RoleCatcher paints a picture of a day in the life.
Uh-huh.
We're talking route planning,
Yeah.
wrangling bills of lading and customs forms. It's not just about getting a truck from A to B, is it?
Not at all.
Okay.
Imagine being the central hub of a giant fast-spinning wheel.
Okay.
You're coordinating with drivers, warehouse crews, even customs officials.
Wow. So you
It's a lot of responsibility,
Yeah.
but also a lot of potential.
the guide dives into that.
Okay.
They've got this whole section mapping out career stages
Yeah.
from entry level all the way up to managing a whole team.
Right.
They even have these profiles like
Uh.
day in the life snippets.
And those profiles aren't just hypothetical.
Right.
They're based on real people who started as dispatchers and climbed the ladder.
Wow.
It's one thing to know the job title exists.
Right.
It's another to hear how someone actually got there.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
They also have this crazy detailed interview prep section.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just a list of questions.
Yeah.
It's like they're getting into the interviewer's head. Like, what are they really trying to figure out when they ask this?
It's about reading between the lines.
Okay.
Take the question, describe your experience with logistics.
Yep.
They're not just looking for a list of jobs you've had. They want to see if you understand how all the pieces fit together the bigger picture.
So it's not enough to just know how to ship a box. You have to get the whole ecosystem.
Exactly. And that connects to the core skills they highlight.
Okay.
Active listening, critical thinking, problem solving. These are essential in a fast-paced, high-stakes world like distribution.
Right.
Every decision has ripple effects.
And this was where it gets really interesting.
Huh.
They even talk about using AI to not just do the job,
Right.
but to land the job in the first place.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
RoleCatcher's own thing, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
They've developed tools that use AI to analyze your resume,
Really?
even simulate interview scenarios so you can practice your responses.
Wow.
It's amazing how technology is changing the game,
Yeah.
even in the hiring process.
Okay, so let's dig into that.
Okay.
How does this AI resume thing actually work? Does it, like, rewrite your resume for you?
Well, not exactly.
Okay.
It's more like having a super-powered editor.
Okay.
It analyzes your resume based on algorithms that identify key words and phrases that are relevant to the job you're applying for
Oh.
and to specific companies.
Right.
Then it provides suggestions for improvement.
So it's like having a personal branding expert in your pocket.
That's a great way to put it.
Wow.
It can even help you tailor your resume to different job postings and company cultures.
That is seriously cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like this RoleCatcher guide really emphasizes being tech savvy, not just for the dispatcher role itself,
Right.
but for navigating the whole job market.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's a key takeaway here.
Okay.
Adaptability and a willingness to learn are crucial in this field.
Right.
The world of logistics is constantly evolving, and those who embrace technology and innovation will have a significant advantage.
So we're talking about a career path that's not just about moving boxes around.
Right.
It's about staying ahead of the tech curve,
Yeah.
which makes me think that this whole dispatcher title,
Yeah.
it's a bit
It's a little...
clunky, right?
Yeah.
Does the guide mention other names for this role?
Yeah.
That maybe sound a bit more,
It does. Yeah.
21st century.
The guide actually teaches on that.
Okay.
They say job titles in this field are all over the place.
Really?
It's like companies haven't quite caught up to how tech-driven the work is becoming.
Give me some examples.
Okay.
What else are they calling these multitasking, AI-wielding logistics ninjas?
Well, one that's becoming more common is transportation coordinator. It's more about the movement of goods and the collaboration involved.
Okay, that's definitely got a better ring to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
They also mention logistics analyst,
Mm-hmm.
which highlights the data-driven side of the job.
Okay.
Think optimizing routes, tracking shipments, using those analytics to make things run smoother and faster.
So you're not just reacting to problems.
Right.
You're anticipating them.
Exactly.
That's next level.
It's about being strategic, not just tactical.
Right.
And for those who really love the hands-on warehouse aspect,
Yep.
there's shipping and receiving specialists,
Yep.
more focused on the inventory side, making sure everything's flowing in and out smoothly.
So more of the day-to-day.
Exactly.
And of course, as you progress into leadership,
Right.
you've got your dispatch supervisor or dispatch manager roles, leading a team, overseeing the whole operation.
Exactly.
So no matter
Yeah.
what they call it,
Right.
the heart of the job is about keeping that supply chain humming,
Yeah.
but it can't be all smooth sailing.
Right.
Oh, no. The guide must mention some downsides or challenges.
The guide does not sugarcoat it.
No.
It's a high-stakes environment.
Yeah.
Constant pressure to meet deadlines.
Right.
Unexpected problems popping up left and right.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need to be able to think on your feet
Yeah.
and make decisions under pressure.
Definitely.
Not a job for the faint of heart.
Definitely not.
Okay.
They emphasize the importance of staying calm,
Yeah.
thinking clearly, and finding solutions fast. And because you're the central point of contact,
Yeah.
strong communication skills are key.
Of course.
You're dealing with everyone from stressed out drivers to demanding clients.
So diplomacy skills are up there with logistics software on the
Yes.
must-have list.
Definitely.
What about the hours?
Yeah.
Is it a typical 9 to 5
See,
or more of a 247 kind of gig?
that's something the guide is very upfront about.
Yeah.
It can be demanding,
Okay.
evenings, weekends, holidays,
Right.
if the shipments need to move.
Yeah.
So do you.
Right.
Work-life balance is definitely something to consider.
It's like being on call for the entire global economy.
In a way, yes.
Wow.
But that's also part of what makes it so rewarding for a lot of people.
Okay.
You're not just pushing papers.
Yeah.
You're making things happen, literally keeping the world in motion.
That's a pretty powerful feeling.
It is.
And with e-commerce exploding,
Right.
this field isn't going anywhere but up, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The demand for skilled dispatchers is only going to increase.
Right.
And that means more competition for those top roles.
Yeah.
The guide actually had some interesting points about standing out in a crowded job market.
Like what?
Okay.
Besides having AI-optimized resume on your LinkedIn profile.
Well, they stress the importance of networking, going to industry events,
Right.
joining professional organizations. It's not just about what you know, it's who you know, or at least who knows.
So get out there and shake some hands,
Yes.
even if it's virtually.
Exactly.
What other gems did they have?
They also talked about the value of certifications.
Huh?
Apparently, there are a bunch of industry-recognized certifications that can give you a leg
It
up.
was like a stamp of approval,
Yeah.
proving, your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It shows potential employers that you're serious about the field and committed to professional development.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about the challenges,
Yeah.
the competition.
Right.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
What about the perks?
Okay.
What makes this career path worthwhile?
Yeah.
Beyond the thrill of keeping the world running?
Well, as we discussed, the growth potential is huge.
Okay.
With experience and the right skills, you can climb the ladder pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, of course, comes higher earning potential.
Okay, that's definitely a plus. What about the work itself?
Yeah.
What are some of the more intangible rewards?
The guide talks about the satisfaction of solving those logistical puzzles,
Okay.
of optimizing a route so perfectly that everything arrives ahead of schedule.
Wow.
That sense of mastery over a complex system.
It's like being a conductor,
Yeah.
but instead of an orchestra,
Right.
you're leading a symphony of shipments.
Exactly.
Wow.
And for those who are wired that way,
Yeah.
it can be incredibly fulfilling. You're not just clocking in and out.
Right.
You're making a tangible difference in the world.
So it's a career path that appeals to both the head and the heart.
Yes.
You're using your brain, but you're also making a real impact.
Exactly.
So we've gone from the day-to-day of being a dispatcher
Right.
to the big picture.
Yeah.
Global impact, career growth,
Yeah.
even how to stand out in the job hunt.
It is a lot.
It's a lot to process.
But hopefully, this deep dive has given you a solid foundation and some food for thought.
As we wrap up,
Yeah.
what are some key takeaways you want our listener to walk away with?
Okay.
What's the elevator pitch for this career path?
First and foremost, this isn't your typical 9 to 5.
Right.
It's dynamic, it's demanding.
Right.
But for those who crave that kind of fast-paced environment, it can be incredibly stimulating.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Right.
But if you thrive under pressure, love solving puzzles, and geek out on logistics, this could be right up your alley.
Exactly. You need to be comfortable with technology,
Oh,
adaptable to change, and a master of communication.
Yeah.
Remember, you're the bridge between all these different players in the supply chain.
And as technology continues to evolve, those human skills, communication, problem solving, critical thinking, they're going to become even more important, right?
Yeah, absolutely. While automation might change some of the tasks, it's those uniquely human abilities that will make the difference between a good dispatcher and a truly exceptional one.
So it's not about fearing the robots.
Yeah.
It's about figuring out how to work alongside them, leveraging their strengths while playing to our own.
Precisely.
Right.
And remember, this isn't just about moving products. It's about making a real impact. You're contributing to the success of businesses, the satisfaction of customers, the smooth functioning of the global economy.
Now, that's a legacy to be proud of.
It is.
This deep dive has been eye-opening, to say the least.
For sure.
It's amazing how much goes on behind the scenes
It is.
to get those packages to our doorstep.
It's a hidden world that most people don't think twice about.
Right?
But without it, our lives would look very different.
For sure.
Yeah.
So as our listener considers this career path, what's one question they should ask themselves to know if it's the right fit?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the most important one is, do you thrive in a fast-paced, ever-changing environment where no 2 days are the same?
Because if the answer is yes, then a career as a distribution center dispatcher or transportation coordinator or logistics analyst, whatever they're calling it these days, could be the perfect match.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Okay.
We hope you've enjoyed this exploration of the distribution center dispatcher world.
Yes.
And feel equipped to navigate this exciting and evolving field.
Thanks for joining us.